Hi, my name is Adam Mason, and this is What Happens After CCIM. I am a Ball State alum from the College of Communications, Organizational Communications, and I graduated in 2003. There were a lot of points of examination and growth from a lot of different occupational areas. However, a number of those came at one tech firm that allowed me to do several things over the course of about 6 years. Eventually, I stepped into Salesforce. I actually applied there 3 times. I have done, just within Salesforce, me trying to get in, I went through, I believe, at least 16 interviews over 3 different positions over a period of about 2 years, and finally got in on the last one. And currently to this day, what I do is called solution advising, but now I manage a group of people that go out, find out the needs of the client based on the software they purchased, and talk to them about how much it's going to cost and how much time it's going to take and how they want to design their use cases to maximize the software that they've bought, but how does that work in configuring it and customizing it to the client need. So that's what I do to this day, and I also manage a team of 4 people that do that with different pieces of the software. I work within the product set of Marketing Cloud, where I manage a team of solution advisors. What I do on a day-to-day basis, if I boil it down, is I present really complicated software in a manageable, bite-sized format until you completely consume what the idea is and then make it your own. Salesforce is an international company, and I work with stakeholders all over the world. So there might be something that I need to address that came in at 2 in the morning. So I'll work through what that looks like for that particular day, and what is the squeakiest wheel per se, what's the biggest need, and address that first. Set my list of priorities, work it through the rest of that day, hopefully with some interaction time with my team, with some of the people in the office. More recently, in the past, let's call it 6 months, I've taken on management of a team. And that's a new piece of mediation. So now it's not just my priorities that are in the front of my mind. It's how do I make my team better? How do I individually look at the needs of this one person and say, how can I be the best manager for them? One of the things that I've learned to do over the last few months is to take that slowly, take that in manageable aspects, not trying to say, hey, let's try all of these things at once, but let's set out some priorities. So for me, doing all that in conjunction with also carrying what I'll call active deals and projects. I can carry 20 deals at a time roughly. They can all come in at varying points of the day, but still making myself available to work with that individual contributor on my team and not put them as a last or a second or a third priority, but finding ways to keep them prioritized and understanding that they're valuable to me. They're not just a cog in the wheel per se, but that they have a role. So learning how to be a better manager for me has been a really big thing. And I would say that it's not necessarily a problem, but it's an ongoing growth pattern for me that is challenging. I closed a deal that took 6 months, and that's a really long runway to close a deal in this business. Normally that's just means people don't know what they want. They're not ready for the product. But I stuck with it. I had at least 3 people tell me this is never going to close. You guys should just move on. It's not needed yet. But that wasn't actually true. They did want it. They did need it. It was very complex, so I spent a lot of time learning and growing. But ultimately, we ended up closing that, and I was acknowledged in a larger format. Around 2,000 people in the group that I work with saw my name associated to basically never giving up.